I am Anna, I am a Colombian.
Colombia is a mega diverse country, yet the sense of belongingness of their community is not evident, given the novel changes raised by global warming and climate change, changes in temperature due to the high concentration of greenhouse gases. We must commit and prepare to confront them, and to the end, the overconsume and waste of plastic products that threaten our existence. In the regard, I want to contribute to grow our knowledge of marine and terrestrial ecosystems and increase our awareness of the importance of the proper caring by education local community. Moreover, I want to work on new ideas that help us have a more pleasant home. For example, the Elise Lotic Ecology Island Coast and Estuaries Research Group, of which I am part, is currently conducting research works on carbon above ground biomass of mangroves to estimate how much carbon has been accumulated in our ecosystem with time and how much how be released into the atmosphere where the first step burned. The underlying methodology of the research using satellite imagery has application not only in Colombia mangroves but also in regions where wildfires are burning biomass like the USA West Coast with CO2 emissions of the order 84 ton carbon per hectare. It is urgently important to have two means to monitor a global scale the climate and canopy to prevent such disasters. Colombia is unfortunately a country with very deep social disparity. That is perhaps the reason we tend to be generous and caring for the most in need. I have worked with children and elderly people in nursing homes. The most significant sacrifice I have ever made to help people was traveling to Port au Prince in Haiti after the earthquake of the 2010 to work with disabled children. I think it is safe to say that tolerating high temperatures and the scarcity of drinking water was a tremendous sacrifice, especially when I have taken it for granted for most of my life. But it's absolutely for this when you see the smile on your face of the victims. I watch the points of what altruistic service requires. Some sacrifices that comes always it. I like helping others because it makes me feel fully alive, and at the same time I nurture my life project. A few years ago, when I was just starting college and met a teenager who was coursing his senior years, his mother contacted me and asked to him with his subjects, his situation has bad. His mom told me that he has low graders and it is very probably that he was not going to complete his studies. Thus I decided to help him and we spent several months together supporting and guiding him. But me for academic reasons, we built a nice friendship and every day he loved her a lot. It's turned out that he had a disability that prevents him from concentrations, but he my dedication and support and his efforts and hard work, he cultivated a strong sense of responsibility. I was one of the first to turn in his homework. He finally graduated his distinction for his effort. I was very proud of him, not only because he had a goal, but more importantly because he learned to believe in himself, in his talents and abilities. From the times on Galileo Galilei to the aerospace program, our minds have started to grasp the vast universe. The aerospace program arrived of young age what awakened our capability for employment, progress, development, and transformations. The inexhaustible search of the human race for knowledge has pushed its curiosity to extraordinary limits that no other species in the history of art has pushed before. Whatever the growing of this knowledge comes with a price. We have been pollution the atmosphere with debris which are starting to represent new isotopes. It is crucial to come up with correct actions now that we have time to plan rather than later when we have almost no time to act.
Este sí le va a coger, pero salimos la abuela y yo.
No, y no me graba. No me graba. Something of two, commitment and love. When you commit, you force yourself to leave the comfort zone and to love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endurance of things. Both attributes help you be a selfless person, and in the end, it given you will being. Billing.